Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Hello, Tyler.
How's everybody doing? Chat? Oh, we have, actually, I'll put this on the screen, but they have extended no activation fee on FunderPro futures accounts through February 9th. So we got another few days of that. So I suggest taking advantage of that. Because that is about, I think it's $125 savings. Let me double check the exact cost of activation. Yeah, I think it's 125 or 129. I don't see it, but so anyway, there is no activation fees extended for another few days. I definitely suggest taking advantage of that. If you pass your account, saves you $125 to activate the funding. Have you taken any trades today, Brian?
Yes, I sure have. I did a little bit of shorting on gold.
Nice. When I pull up the gold chart, looks like there were some shorts to be had from after 5:30 at least.
I'm still taking a break from London, and ever since I started doing that, I am missing out on some good opportunities.
Yeah, you got a good upward trend, it looks like, overnight. The index is the opposite. They moved down overnight and have rallied since. Gold got an uptrend overnight and has started to sell off over the last few hours, it looks like. I am in a NQ short. I have a level at 21,563 that I'm targeting. But I am currently red on the day. I'm down $574. I'm floating $480 of profit right now. So hoping for a little bit more of a pop. I can take some trim and kind of erase some of this drawdown and then hold some runners. Kind of battling this 2150, this area. We spiked down. There's some tricky action on the indexes overnight. I had a trade earlier where I was up pretty decent with some decent size on, and I had a trim set at, I think it was 21,524. Actually, no, you know what? This was earlier last night. I think it was 21,624 was my trim. And we got to 21,623.75 and immediately reversed. And that frustrated me. I got to put a little bit on tilt, which is how I'm currently down 574 in the day. I don't love having this position full size when market opens. I'd really like to take some of this off just to avoid some of that market open volatility. No giveaways today, but the FunderPro Futures no activation fee promo has been extended another 4 days. So take advantage of that. Pro Learner said, I am new to futures. Is there any spread on gold? How much brokerage cost per contract? There's no spread on gold. That varies, like you get in Forex. You have to pay. So when you purchase an account, there's like certain data feeds that give you the data for certain futures tickers. And so the gold like data is not included with the CME subscription, which is the inscription that's included. So you have to pay $12 a month for the gold data. But other than that, there's no spread when placing trades. Um, 8 minutes. I moved up. I have on 10 contracts. I moved up 5 of my stops in a small profit, just in case this doesn't get to my trims before market open. If it ends up failing, I don't put myself in more drawdown than I'm already in. Yeah, we do have restricted news at 10. Yeah, Ashton, you're correct on that. Restricted news at 10 today. I'm liking the looks of that candle, but I don't like how we only got 7 minutes. Give me a pop. Let's open right at 21,563. Swung some Tesla options last night. Not the ideal overnight action I was looking for. I was hoping we'd get a gap above yesterday's high. Looks like Tesla's going to open inside of yesterday's range. Have any of you guys tried out the futures yet? What do you guys think? Any feedback? Spill a little coffee. Making a mess here this morning, Brian. What account are you focusing on today, Brian? Your FunderPro Forex account?
Well, there's so much messiness in some of the markets right now because of all the different types of news, and not financial news, but the
political news and
hereof, yeah, tweeting. All you gotta do is wait for a tweet and then
Twitter news.
Yeah. So yesterday I got halfway through a futures eval challenge. Day trading on gold, NQ, and the Dow.
Okay.
Basically, and a couple others, and took some partials off all of those, and it got me up to a halfway point on a 50K futures challenge.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
All right. So are you trading that again today, or are you trading your Forex?
I'll trade them both today.
Yeah.
I've been leery. I took a little bit of pre-New York trading on gold on a basic breakout just to grab. I think I added like $100 or something like that. So I'm technically past my 50% point on the on the particular challenge, but I did it on futures. I just there's a lot of news right now, a lot of mixture, Yeah,
it does feel I agree, it feels like a time of a little bit of uncertainty in the market. Things.
Yeah. It'll balance out eventually. But so I like to just it's doing this to me. It's forcing me to reduce my strategy down to just basics, like 3 candle breakouts, waiting for confirmation. There's no, and I'm also going in lighter right now.
I'd say we've had a lot of volatility. I mean, especially in the indexes. Like I know with the volatility we've had on NQ, I mean, you're better off sizing down, and you can still make as much money because the moves have been pretty strong.
Yeah. So earlier today, pre-New York, I was trading, like I said, gold. And, I was going in so lightly that on a 50K eval, $30 was a big deal to me on that one, because I would sit there and I was kind of scalping. I was just going in and out, in and out. Every time gold would drop, I would take profit fully. When it would bounce up, I'd go back in. Truly shorting a scalp on that. But then the news came out for, what was it? Non-farm NFP?
Yes.
Yeah. I tried trading Asia last night on gold, but it did good, but I didn't trade. I was trying to find an endpoint, but the market was very responsive, too quick for my setups. So even though the markets did really good at times, I couldn't get a setup in there. It would be somebody else's setup for sure.
Yeah.
But it wasn't mine, so I didn't know how to really take those trades.
All right. I was able to get 4 of my 10 micros off. Kind of just adjusting how I want to handle my stop here.
Hi, Ashton. The spread on gold for the Asia session varies at times. I think you need to get far away from the Sydney, Australia session. So usually if I take any trades during Asia, it's well after the Tokyo Open, not at the Open. But the funny thing about gold, the better question would be, if you notice gold lately, pre-New York, you'll have some huge spreads, ugly spreads, if you're trading Forex. And Tyler, that's another response to your question about what I've traded. The spread on gold has kind of kept me out.
Oh, for today?
For Forex, that's why I switched over that's why I traded futures only. Lately, I'll trade both at the same time.
Yeah, that's not a bad, like, that's a nice perk if you have an account with each. If you watch both, you can, go with the futures whenever the Forex account spreads bad, and then take the Forex trades whenever it's tighter. All right, markets are open here. I think NQ with where we open should want to tag 21,563, but we'll see. Morning FX GBO. I thought NQ was going to give us a little more of a pop, but moved down so far.
It's going to be a challenging market right now. 30 minutes from financial news, and
RTY
at the same time,
strong.
something like gold is most of the commodities are at a decision point.
Yeah.
Gold's hovering, faking a lot of people out right now to go long, I'm sure. Definitely not a position to go short either. I wouldn't do that. 30 minutes before news. I've lost accounts like this.
Yeah.
I mean, you get burned repetitively on the same thing over and over.
You start to
just
learn what you want to
hand
avoid.
off the keyboard, I like that feeling too. I like when my knee-jerk reaction is don't trade, as opposed to a analytical decision not to trade.
Yeah.
Kind of like riding a bike. You just know when you're about to fall over. Wow, look at that plunge on your you watching NQ over there?
Yep. This is our opening 5-minute candle. Pretty decent push down so far. Push down. We open at 21,551, so we're down about 30 points right now from the open. Gold's pumping.
Yeah.
Tesla, unfortunately, is failing harshly. That's not what I wanted to see from an individual name perspective.
See, gold's pumping, but I laugh in its face right now because
Brian laughs in the face of danger.
no, I laugh at it because I think it's a fake out. If I'm wrong, everyone can laugh at me, but I wouldn't take that. We might do a red candle equivalent to that green candle in a moment.
NQ and ES seeing some buyers step in here. That's a strong 5-minute buy candle, that's for sure. On gold,
Scrooge.
I'm sorry. Gold's getting given a pump candle right now.
Scrooge is asking about that trade that he recommended to me.
Yeah. I think
I don't think it did good. I think it turned around. It reversed. Put it like this: I exited within minutes of the end of the stream.
Scrooge, don't let him lie to you. I think it was seconds.
Yeah, it turned. I exited because I could tell it was going to hit my stop loss, so I took it out way before it hit the stop loss.
NQ just gave us the 21,563 tag. So I got another trim off there. I'm down to 5 contracts. We'll see if that level rejects or ends up holding. The yellow lines are opening print.
Watch gold potentially come all the way back down now. I just can't see why it would keep pumping with PMI coming out in 25 minutes.
You just never know, I guess, man. You never know.
No, I know.
I know most of the time you'll get the markets kind of playing a more consolidation weighting game when you have data coming.
Yeah, that's all I mean. So it's a very up and down possibility on a lot of stuff right now. I don't know. And honestly, the markets last night for metals like gold, they did what they normally do, pre ADP, PMI, that kind of stuff. A lot of indecisiveness.
Good looking strength from ES and NQ, RTY and YM.
Tyler, I'm sorry, are you in a trade right now?
Yeah, I was in some NQ longs pre-market. I've exited half of the position.
Okay.
So I was down like almost $600 on the day, and Sorry, I'm getting a StreamYard notification. And so I've locked in half of my position, which got me back about $300 of profit. So I'm currently floating $450 of profit, and then I'm down 200 on the day. So if I went flat now, I'd be up like $200, $300. But I'm gonna try and see if we can hold over the opening print and get over this 21,563. I'm gonna try to hold this one and see how she reacts here. Currently rejecting the level, but still at the opening print here. Ideally, I would like to see the pre-market high for my to take my next piece off of this one. We'll see if we end up getting there or not. I do have all my levels. Let me zoom out a little bit here. 15-minute. Yeah, so the upper level target we have, so we have the pre-market high, which is here, which is around 21,624. Actually, I know it exactly because this is where I didn't get my trim. The 21. Actually, we might have the open. We just moved down to the open. Anywho, my next level upper target, if we can hold over 21,563, is 21,660. So it's about another 100 points of room to the upside. I kind of doubt we get there before the data that comes out, if we do get there. So I will start to take trims based off of time and how close we get to that level, because I believe the news is also restricted on futures. Are you in anything right now, Brian?
I'm not. Scrooge is asking you about your trading size.
Sorry, I don't have. How much is your trading size in your futures account, and what size account is it? So I have a 50K account. Sorry, I'm having computer issues. Give me 1 second.
Wow.
Just pump it. I think my storage is running out. And it's telling me to.
I'm getting that a lot lately.
Yeah, I gotta clean my stuff up.
I do. I keep my stuff. The system I'm on right now is only for trading. I won't even so much as pay a bill on this computer. And it's amazing how much memory warnings I get because I have so many charts open, so much real-time data flowing. So it happens. Maybe I should use some earnings one day to upgrade to the finest money can buy. Gold's trying to come back down. Gold is in a giant pivot right now, trying to reverse an uptrend from yesterday.
Yeah.
We may have lost Tyler momentarily. Okay. So I apologize that you're not going to be able to see my screen at the moment. We are 19 minutes from news, and the different metals I'm watching, because I do watch gold, platinum, silver. They are all fighting for consolidation at the moment and a reversal. So lots can happen in the next 20 minutes. Yeah, Ashton, I think I'm gonna definitely stay out. I'm not entering unless I see one of my setups occur. And I think this is really just an observation moment for learning for myself, just to chalk it up to another financial news learning curve, see what happens. Gold coming down, just as suspected at the moment, going to bounce off the current downtrend. Tyler's still working on a small technical issue, and we'll be right back. So if you were watching in Q like he was, it's doing the same thing as gold pretty much. It's kind of fainting back on a consolidation stall. Obviously waiting for news as well, probably. Hey, Scrooge. I'm located in the US, obviously, and I am in the central time zone in Texas. NQ still pushing up. Gold trying to push up, but coming back down as predicted. The large 5-minute green candle on gold from about 15 minutes ago has completely erased itself. It's coming back up, but it is such a middle zone right now. Truly hands off the keyboard moment.
Can you guys see me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry about that. My computer totally froze up. If I had to shut her down. Let's see if we can get this back up here.
So I was conversing with myself here about that. A lot of these instruments are consolidating, waiting on news.
Yeah, I was I got shut out there. I was happy to not have gotten stopped out. I moved my I went on my phone and just moved my stop into profit. I'd like to see if we get a pop to 600 here, and I'll take another piece off. We got 15 minutes to the news.
Yeah, Ashton, we did get snow over here in Texas, and I'm pretty far south. We had snow for a few days on the rooftops, which is very, very rare.
Okay.
Tyler, I have so many things that I trade in. I'm going to admit I need to scan all my charts and make sure I'm not in a trade somewhere.
I feel that. I feel that.
Do you ever do that too? Like if you're trading a lot of things?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm really good about knowing what I'm in, but sometimes if like an hour goes by and I haven't traded anything, I'm like, you are out of everything, right?
Oh, I've definitely done this isn't really something that happens in Forex a lot with because when you place like just automatically when you place a take profit or a stop loss from the trade, when one of them gets hit, it flattens the others. And so in futures, you can just place like a limit order to take like a trim or a stop order to take a stop. And sometimes like you may put it further away, whatever, you try to like walk away and let it work. And you can place OCO orders, which when one gets hit, so like when your take profit gets hit, your stop loss will go away. But if you don't place it like as an OCO order, the other order will just like remain there. So like it's happened to me where I've like been in a trade and I set a trim somewhere to a target, and then I was in trade for a while and I eventually got stopped out and called it a day, walked away for the day. And then I get like a notification like, you've just entered a sell order. And I'm like, wait, what? What's happening? I don't know why.
Anyone in queue right now? Good job.
Yeah, I am getting ready to lock up some more of this profit news in 10 minutes.
Gold would be striking out everybody's stop loss on both directions of the market right now. And it probably, well, the only reason it's pumping is because it has a lot of chasers in it. And as soon as they get rid of their greed, that's going to come back down. Part of the reason I got into intraday trend drawing, trend lines, was because it helps me identify a consolidating market well before it starts kicking my butt. And, you know, because if you do a classic textbook trend line, you're supposed to do a point A to point B. And your point B has to be as close to a 45-degree angle as possible. Meaning you can't do a 10-degree angle and call that a point B. And like I'm looking at gold right now, and it just kind of reminds me of the day I went into trend lining, because mixing it with my key levels because of the way I was doing horrible in the past with consolidations and not respecting them properly.
Oh, we got that push to 21,589s, and I thought we might get it. And the market's not telling me to close this yet outside of the data that I have to close it for. If it wasn't for the data, I would be trying to hold this for 21,660. I think our swim won't open, which is driving me nuts because I got a Tesla position on. Yeah, I think we'll consolidate here probably until this data. Tighten up the stop here, which is probably about to get hit. All right, so I'm flat. All right, well, we were able to flip it to green on the day. Up $200 on the day. Now we'll wait for the data here in 8 minutes and see if we can find a trade afterwards. But I mean, my game plan, you can kind of see we're in the middle of the range. So after this data, we have the opening print and this level at 21,563. I'm basically going to watch for reactions from that level to try a short down into 21,420s or try a long up into 21,660s. We'll see how we react here in about 7 minutes. And I really wish Thinkorswim would work. Do you guys like when it's just one chart, or should I put up a couple of the indexes to look at a few of them at the same time? What do you guys prefer?
I think you should, if you have a layout saved, maybe do a quad show.
Yeah, I like the quad. I just wish I had YM data. I would love it to have all. I like having all of them up, but.
Did you say YM Dow? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, the Dow. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping the Dow up lately, along with NQ, because they can react differently. The other day I caught myself.
Yeah, definitely. I'll trade the divergence sometimes. I know you guys have heard me talk about that. What were you saying, Brian? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
The other day I caught myself trading, I think it was NQ at the same time as S&P. I mean, I looked at it, I was like, what am I doing? It's ridiculous. I was in literally the same chart almost, and it was they were obviously going to react similarly. The challenge of trading multiple markets simultaneously.
All right. So what I got up here now on the grid view is the NQ 15-minute on the bottom right here, the NQ 5-minute on the top right. We got the ES 5-minute and the Russell RTY 5-minute. Four minutes till data. Reminder, 2 minutes to close your positions if you're holding them. Scrooge. So to answer your question, sorry, my computer went off before when I was when you asked that. But so my trading size with futures is I trade the NQ micros. So the micros, so you'll place them on the chart that's the ticker MNQ instead of NQ. You can see how in the description here, how this just says, like the Russell doesn't have a micro, so it just says E mini. So that's like the full size one. But I'm looking at the micros for ES. The charts will be the same, but the contracts move differently. So these are 1/10 the size as the E mini NASDAQ. Those move $20 per point. The micros move $10 a point. And depending on my stop size and certain things, I use anywhere between 2 and 10 micros. I'll normally do a starter position between 2 and 5 micros, and then I will, if the position's working in my favor, I will add into it sometimes and like get up to 10 micros at certain times, which is the equivalent of having one E mini, one NQ. But 10 micros it's a big size, and to be honest with you, like you got to keep the stops really tight if you're gonna do 10 micros. I only normally get up to 10 when the position is working in my favor, and I've adjusted my stops to where if I'm in 10 micros, my stop's like really tight at this point, or it's like break even. But yeah, I kind of scale in and out and do it that way. But definitely the micros. I definitely suggest using the micros. I mean, I've been on stream and made several $100s with just 2 micros. NQ can pump 100 points pretty quickly sometimes. So 2 micros, you can make $400 real quick. I think it's hard to have a stop on the NQ that's less than 30 points. So you got to figure really the smallest stop that you ever really get. I mean, you could have one smaller, but I think your win rate would go down a lot if you put it much tighter than that. But so you got to think 1 micro at that point is $60 per. It's like almost like your minimum risk, kind of, in my opinion. But definitely use the micros for sure. I'm on a 50K account currently. Little disappointed with my performance because I got funded. I had a really good Monday. I was up a lot, and the way the action was going, I started trying to force the gap fill because we've gotten that big gap down Sunday night into Monday's trading action. And I got pretty convinced we were going to fill the gap, which we did, but it took a little longer and stopped me out, and I paper cutted myself back down to a smaller winning day. I still had a good winning day on Monday, but then I've had a couple losing trades since and kind of given my profits back.
Okay.
But we'll see here.
15 seconds.
Yep.
All in.
It's current action. We got the spike lower. We're getting the spike above the level. Makes me lean towards positive data. There it is. Initial move up.
Gold gapped on some platforms, did smooth on other platforms. Most platforms that I have looked like it did not gap, but gold did gap on a couple. Depends on what broker you're using out there.
So all 4, actually, I can't see why because my thinkorswim's not working. But RTY, ES, NQ all moving in unison here with strength.
Well, must wait at least a few minutes to let the market shake out a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Currently kind of failing that news spike so far. Oh, Scrooge, nice. Scrooge said he took a private company to public this month named CSAI, Cloud of Structure, 500 shares, kind of down right now. But when it bounces, I'll make a nice little bag. Nice, dude. Congrats.
Yeah.
Is it like a good profitable company? Are you telling me I should be buying some shares or what? What do you guys? What does the company do?
Yeah, I'll jump in right there. There's a lot of companies right now trying to go public doing the same thing. And what a lot of them are doing on the cloud structure stuff is they're having you, when you enter the company, if you buy any shares, they will claim to give you you'll basically use some of your system. So it's a bit like blockchain for crypto. And they're starting to try to introduce a new method for data storage by stringing it across home computers. Have you heard of that, Tyler?
No.
So you got to watch it because I'm not saying Scrooge's company's bad. It just rings a bell that lately a lot of these guys are scams and some of them know what they're doing. So it's kind of a cautious market right now.
Gotcha.
It's a software that watches you on camera and boxes you in. What's he talking about?
Oh, so
Okay.
does it kind of like track your movements in a sense, Scrooge? So like if I was like moving like the webcam, it would like follow me.
So I used to be an IT director for a couple hospitals.
Okay.
And we would use software like that to watch the patients so that it would create a parameter around their bed so that if they wouldn't have any accident like falling out of bed. Usually in your med surg units and pediatric units. That's what strikes a bell when I hear that conversation. It was a really big thing in hospitals for a while. Super breakthrough. It's like AI watching you.
Trying a small short here.
But that company went out of business.
I don't want this.
Tyler probably will get shares of that company.
Definitely get share. Okay.
Right now, he has to figure out what Tesla's doing. Do you need to know what Tesla's doing?
Oh my goodness! I accidentally placed this trade on the mini and not the micros. All right.
You did what? Did you trade on the?
I placed this trade on minis and not micros. I was like, why is that such a big?
Brother. Oh my God, gold's
exit it now or give it a second.
Wow, Scrooge, you're doing good on that company then. Good for you. Investment versus day trading. Tyler, do you day trade Tesla or is that an investment?
I'm day trading it. Like I swung some options, but they're not looking good. Not looking good, unfortunately. Wait, no. No, I didn't. I didn't do minis. Okay. I was like, there's no way.
Scrooge, are you talking about where Tyler has his where the system puts the markers?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You want wait, you talking about like the stop and the
Can't you shift it? I thought I shifted it the other day.
You might be able to. Like you can drag them up and down, but I don't know if
I really thought the other day it's funny. It's a funny topic. I actually forgot how I did that. And then I got the platforms confused and I couldn't remember where I did it. but somewhere I moved those things to the left, got them out of my way.
I think, let me see. Oops. Yeah, apparently if you right click on it, your stop goes away.
Yeah, yeah. Be careful. I was fumbling with it the other day and got out of a trade that I did not mean to
I
get
know,
into.
I did the same thing one time.
That's one of the reasons we're doing this stream, though, is so that everybody can see we see the same existing positives and negatives sometimes. Come on, gold, make up your mind. Okay, so gold down. Platinum. Next
RTY with some strength.
Gold to
I hate that I don't have thinkorswim right now. It is driving me absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, you're gonna jinx me. There's a few that I would just die if I didn't have, and I'm waiting for that next big outage that I get.
I don't know what's wrong with my computer right now. Giving me issues.
All right, let's move to a larger time frame on gold.
I'm dragging my stops tighter because I'm losing conviction on this short a little bit. I've considered just closing it, but I'm trying to give it its room. The RTY strength is what's making me think it fails. Oh, I did the 2 hour. That's why I'm like so confused. I'm like, this chart does not look right to me. Oh my goodness gracious. I would not have shorted that low. I'm closing this. Oh, stupid mistakes.
Scrooge is
asking the longs.
Scrooge is asking a good question.
Yeah, what's the question?
How I got into trading. I think we both could give that an answer.
Yeah.
What got you into trading?
Yeah, go ahead. You can start, Brian.
Oh, I think, if you trade as long as I have, you almost start forgetting. But the memories I have are each morning getting ready for work, flipping it on the same couple of news channels, and this is going back a long time ago, and just hearing their little market update here and there in the background while I'm eating breakfast or whatnot. And sometimes just listening to the people and hearing how simple they were making things sound, and listening to the cause and effect of what was making stocks go up or down. And so I originally entered the market thinking, okay, this could be easy if I know what I'm doing. So I would go to the bookstore and I would read every book I could on the stock market. So I thought I needed to learn all about the fundamentals. And I read about the market off and on for probably 10 years before I ever took a trade.
Nice.
Then I thought, I think day trading fits my personality. So I went into day trading a little bit. But this predates prop firms. So I had to have the capital. But at the same time, you're starting a family, you have little kids, you're trying to get your first house and all that kind of stuff. So where do you get the capital from? So I would start out really small. I would take like $5,000 of my money and just start trading.
Yeah.
And I'm always honest on that. It never went anywhere. It was always like a good week, a bad week, a good week. And I would just trade here and there. I usually would put a trade in the morning and then I'd go to work, monitor it from my desk, and get out of it at some point. I did like one trade a day for years. And then
were you doing shares?
Yeah. And then I stopped, work started booming. My career was taking a next level sort of step. So the bigger answer to the question of what got me into trading is how I did it the second go around, or why, what. And at that point, I think because I was always a technical guy, I was always in IT, computers, that kind of stuff. I started getting a better sense and feel for the technicals and trading. So really, it was just an interest of, it's kind of like playing a video game to me. It's a lot like a video game. You can nowadays, so it's like I have a completely different reason for doing it again nowadays. But then, of course, if you watched my AMA back in July, you would have seen that, or August, whenever it was, that this go around, what got me into a prop firm was I was laid off from my company, and I thought, well, I know enough about trading. Let's give it a whirl. But luckily, I had the financial backing to try it. When you've worked decades and decades like I have, because I'm older than the moon and people don't really realize how old I am. That's sort of a two-part answer because there's two phases to my life on trading. What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, I had followed like one or two people that day traded on Instagram, and I followed them for at least a year before it ever like really interested me. And I was just kind of like keeping an eye on it from the sidelines. I was at a point in time in my life where I was like trying to find new ways to make extra money, like just kind of exploring different side hustles. Like at one point I was like trying to resell like sneakers and clothes drops and stuff like that. And I just going down like this social media rabbit hole of like making extra money on the side. And so I had started watching some stuff about trading on on the side from a distance, just through like social media and stuff. And then after a while of doing it, somebody who I was following, they had a Discord, like a trading Discord. And they did a Thanksgiving Day sale or something like that. And so I did a month in that Discord. And I don't know if we have any traders who've been doing it for years. I think I'm like 4 years in now. I think it was called TCX. It was a dude named Kevin. Kevin trades, and then Brett Simba. Brett actually owns his own prop firm now, but they had this Discord that I joined for a month, and while I was in there, I found it to be interesting. I was just trying to learn, basically. I think I was probably following some signals. I just did a cash account, like you did, Brian, and while I was in there, Brett mentioned this trader who it was this on social media, didn't have a big following, but said he was a good trader. And his Instagram name is Rake Trades. And so I started following him, and I really liked his like personality and his style a lot more than this dude Kevin, who was running this Discord. This dude Kevin was like one of the like, I don't know, like Instagram flashy dudes who's throwing his like Lambo and Ferrari in your face all the time, and like his Rolexes and watches and like all that stuff, which doesn't, none of that really excites me. Like I want the freedom.
Yeah, exactly.
But, and by the way, this NQ opening print failure is disappointing. But anyway, so Brett mentioned this dude, Rake Trades. And so I started following him, and he had like, I think like only 9,000 followers on Instagram at the time. And I really just like enjoyed his content and his personality and stuff. So he came out with his first ever course. He called it his like Mastermind 1.0. This was like 4 years ago. And so I took the Thanksgiving Day sale on Thanksgiving of that year in November. And I was in that Discord for a month, found Rake, who announced his mentorship program, and got out of that Discord and took Jake's course. It was like $1,000, I think. And it's the only course I've ever taken. Rake was a great trader then. He's grown into an amazing trader now. He's on he's been on the Top Step leaderboard for a long time, which is one of the original futures firms. He trades options and futures. Really good trader. And so I learned from him, and I just kind of fell in love with it at that point. After I saw how successful he was, so I saw it was possible. And and I've been obsessed with it ever since.
What was that you mentioned? Was it something trades, Kevin Trades, or like you had a Discord or YouTube?
He blew up on Instagram. I think it was the post-COVID bull run. Which from my understanding was a really easy time to trade. Like you just bought calls on popular names every day, and they would the market just ripped for, a year straight basically. And so a lot of these guys started popping up at that point in time because trading was super easy. You could just find, like I said, you just find a popular individual name like Amazon or Tesla or anything after the COVID crash, and just the market was in Ripper Magoo mode. So he, as soon as the market slowed down and it got tough, he like blew up all his trading accounts, and from what I think he went into debt, and he has like no social media presence anymore. His name was Kevin Trades on Instagram, I think, but he since has disappeared.
That reminds me of Tori Trades, and she currently is a very, very successful day trader.
Yep.
And I bumped into her a couple years ago, and her name's Victoria Duke. But yeah, on YouTube, she's Tori Trades. Cool young woman. But my whole trend line process, she said that her uncle was who trained her how to day trade. And very honest spoken family. So I reached out to him, Uncle Mike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it really helped my trading, helped with trending. Basically, I had to ask the question or make the statement, about I'm staying in trades too long. I'm staying in dead trades too long. I need help with that. So I found that the way he does trend line drawing, which is, I always favored her method for doing it. So I got a little help, and it was very good help. But when I went to Ishmael David's last year and got help on the key level drawing, that was a big deal. So very 50-50 mix on where I get my technical outlook from, But when you said Kevin Trades, it reminded me of Tori Trades and Victoria's pretty cool guy.
Yeah. Everybody's social media handle something trades.
Yeah. But Victoria's uncle is a really, really sweet man. Always willing to help. Older fella, and just been trading for 27 years, 7-figure trader.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I've seen her content. I've seen her talk about him and like some clips with him and stuff. So I'm
Oh, you
familiar
have?
with-
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I know. Once again, Brian, you bring
Yeah.
these people up. I've seen them all, man.
Okay.
I've seen them all.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not familiar with his web.
I haven't seen like anything from him. I've just like seen him like through her, essentially.
Talk with her or something. Okay. Well, that's nice. You know who I'm talking about. Small world here, I guess.
Yep. Oh, Tesla did me dirty today.
But I've had some people reach out to me on Discord asking about my key levels or trend line drawing. But Brian M on Discord, I'm sure there's a lot of fakes, but just say you saw me on FunderProTv and I'll definitely show you what I do.
All right, a little consolidation. NQ back at the opening print here. Oh man, today's just been a fiasco for me. One other thing I don't love about this is there's no like upper grid. I'm trying to figure out which is the 930 candle.
Yeah, Scrooge, I did get help from that man. It was mainly for correcting my trend lines. I was being too aggressive with them. I would almost say even with all the experience I've had, that my trend line drawing kept coming out very amateur, very beginner like, and I didn't trust drawing my trend lines. I believed in more steeper trend lines if you're intraday trading. I didn't believe in longer ones. But then that introduced me to the whole price scale time ratio has to be correct. You can't stretch your candlesticks or understretch them. You have to know what your ATR is. And once you have that true range, and not just daily, but know what the range is just weekly. Know what that range is on. If you're trading on a 5-minute chart, you need to know what the range is on a 5-minute chart. And then that'll tell you how to stretch your chart so that your angles are correct. And then you get anybody can get a point A on a trend line. The key is getting the correct point B. And that's what he helped me with. Once I got that help, my trading just changed. Tyler, you know what it's like. Probably everybody should know what it's like to be a trader. And every trade you do is wrong.
Oh, yes.
And you're wondering why.
It's like so discouraging. It's like, how am I just wrong every time?
Yeah. So here's a true trick I did 2 years ago. I was like, how come I have all this experience trading? And it's just the more I get into it, the worse I do. The less I get into it, the better I do. So I tricked my brain. I took 2 pieces of small paper, cut them out, and I wrote buy, sell, and I taped them to my monitor over the opposite buy, sell buttons of the platform I was using. Now, yes, I had to open the screen to the same size every day, but then after a while, you would think, well, no, you know where the true buy, sell is. I started performing the opposite motions, and I started doing really well.
Interesting. Interesting. That's funny. You really inversed yourself. It's were you a fan of Seinfeld?
Yes.
It's
I used
like
to be a huge fan.
the episode where George is like, I'm just going to do every natural inclination that I have is wrong. Everything's wrong. I'm just going to do the opposite.
Yeah.
Then he goes up to that girl all confident. And he's like, my name is George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents.
Yeah.
She turns and she's like, hi, I'm Patricia or something. I forgot what her name was. Oh, I love Seinfeld. It's such a good show. This is what we wanted to see on NQ. Very happy with the decision to close the short and flip long right now. I still think we could reject 21,563. But I like the RTY strength. I think the 15-minute looks pretty good if we can close strong in the next 4 minutes here. I would love a close over 21,563. Tesla did me dirty. Probably no coming back for those contracts for me. She's looking ugly. I had a really good swing trade on Shopify Monday into Tuesday. So I used some of those profits to swing Tesla. So still green on the week in the options account, but was hoping for some Tesla strength. I like the daily chart. So for I'll be honest with you, Brian, I have the way I have this with how small everything is, how I have it smaller for this, and the fact that I don't have, I don't know. I actually do like having 4 up. I can't decide.
I run with 4. I like 4.
I do too. It's just if I have the 4, I normally do more on Thinkorswim, but I don't have my Thinkorswim's not working right now. So the only thing I have to look at is the Volumetrica platform, but I have it shrunk down so it looks good for the StreamYard thing. So I have like this big monitor I'm used to having, my charts all spread out on, and now everything's like a little smaller.
Okay. A couple years ago, 2 years ago, I had to go bite the bullet, and I bought curved dual monitors that are, I have like 6.5 feet of real estate.
Yeah.
I'm a true believer that when things are going good, invest in yourself a little bit so that when things are going bad, you have everything you need.
Yeah. I like that. It's good philosophy, yeah. I think.
Oh, I believe in if like financially you're just doing outstanding, you have a really good year, go buy a new video game. I remember when I bought my my Oculus.
I was about to make fun of you for saying if you have an outstanding year at work, go buy a new video game. I'm like, that's what you're splurging on, Brian? A $50 video game? But no, but then you went with the Oculus. So that's a nicer gift.
$600 Oculus, and you're buying one for yourself and your spouse.
There you go.
So you can play miniature golf together in virtual reality. And then when times got bad financially, or at least we were smart enough to know, okay, money's down. Let's just not go out. On Friday nights, we would just make a cocktail and we would sit there and play miniature golf on virtual reality on Friday nights and call it date night.
Hey, listen, Brian, this is a kid show, so you'll have to use your imagination, but you and your wife have been married for a long time. I think you were using that virtual reality for something else. So throwing on a headset, little fresh experience. All right, kid show, back on track here. Back on track. Kid show. I'm liking the NQ strength here. We got a minute till this 15-minute close. I currently like how we're looking. Looks like we're going to get the close above the level. There's the 15-minute close. I'm aiming for about 100 points higher.
Okay.
Which would put this trade about $1,000 profit. My initial risk is $322. So a little more than a 1 to 3, 3 to 1.
Gold is pushing its all-time high right now on all charts, all time frames. Look like they all look good for popping or bouncing right now. On another platform, I'm long on gold and I'm long on platinum. I can't show that to people, but it's
here. I don't have gold on here. If you want to show off the gold chart, I'll throw you up here.
Yeah, I'm not in a trade, but that's the all-time high I'm talking about. It's on that line. I will not take that trade no matter what it does. It's too far.
The blue line is all-time highs?
Yeah, I believe so.
So you won't take the trade as in you won't trade the breakout or you won't trade the failure?
Neither possibility happens to be in my setup range right now. It's in the middle of going long since the New York Open, pretty much, or before the New York Open, and that would be jumping in the middle of it. Reasons why I went and started trading London session, so that if I was in a trade in London, I'll hold it through the open of New York, but I was entering New York too often, too late. So, see the question there. Brian, your advice on gold is working. Thanks a lot. 0.5 pips every day, but I targeted 45. What's my social media?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he has any social media, but
nothing public. But reach out to me on Discord. I'm on it right now. If you want to lock in my name over there, Brian M, just like you see on your screen here. But I'm not going to post things. When I'm a 7-figure trader, I will.
There you go.
But I believe in that target for gold. 50 pips, 45 pips. I like that. It's a nice range. I do that a lot. That's a very good range for gold to prevent yourself from being greedy. Oftentimes, gold will turn around right at that marker, and you wish you would have profited out. And it depends on what style. I'm sure a lot of listeners could be disagreeing with me, but for my style of trading, that's my typical take profit.
I added 2 more micros as NQ just pulled back to its opening print. So I'm in with 6 micros now. We are bouncing currently off the opening print. Back up over the level. See if we can get this breakout and start heading towards 21,660s.
Yeah, Brian M, that's correct.
Goes back up. So I added 2 to this, added a little bit more risk to it. I added as we pulled back into the opening print. Nice bounce so far. We'll see if it can hold and get us a little bit more continuation or not. All right, I like that. I don't hate that 5-minute close. That's solid.
You know, I might take gold on a short if it can finish a 3-candle confirmation for me, bearish. It would need to finish its current 5-minute and then another one. So we're talking about 9 minutes from now. It could show one of my setups, and I would take that as a short. I just can't see it go long any further. And if it does, that's why I don't trade it. I don't trade it willy-nilly. Platinum doing good.
Liking the 5-minute action on NQ. I'd like to see it pop to new highs on the day here soon. ES coming back into its opening print from below. So we'd like to see it get over its opening print as well. Help the Qs get a little bit of continuation. If we get a lower high in gold, I might jump in. Okay.
Where's volume at?
Oh, by the way, we've talked about Edgeful on here. I was looking at some gold stats, Brian, the session breakout stats on gold.
Yes.
And so if you look at the Asia range, so the Asia high and low, and then you look at the New York session, and so the gold does a single break like 80% of the time. So if the New York session breaks the Asia high, it almost never comes back down to break the Asia low, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the Asia range is on gold right now, but just throwing that out there. Not that it can't fail the high, it just normally doesn't come all the way down to the low.
Agreed.
Normally double break.
Yeah. I used to watch that, and I don't really much anymore, unless somebody talks about it. I've tried to use the Asia market a million ways to improve my trading as a predictor or just some sort of boundary sort of overlook. Asia can tell you a lot.
I added 2 more, but I'm moving stops under this 5-minute spike low into the opening print.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can you hear that one? My computer? Okay. Different
Someone told Gary I need to
platforms
learn
use
this.
different audibles. So I jumped out of my platinum trade. It did good.
Nice. Did you take that on futures or Forex?
Futures.
That's what I thought with the spreads.
Yeah, spread's too high for Forex. Gold I'm watching. The reason I was in platinum was because it a lot of times just has its own brain. It doesn't correlate to gold, doesn't go opposite, not parallel, and then sometimes it does, but that's coincidence. It's a good thing to trade. Gold is still just hovering at that all-time high and waiting for a breakout. It messed up what I would have shorted, so these are side-by-side 5-minute candles. Yeah, it's hovering around there for the past hour.
ES over that OP. Come on, baby. Don't do it. Don't do it. Funder Pro, top in the world. Let's go, baby. CMP knows what's up. CMP Finance knows what's up. using the hand over here maybe gives you a little bit of more free range on this chart. I kind of like that. Okay, I like it. I like it. Let's go. Let's get popping. Let's get popping. Give me a snap, crackle, popper. Yeah, Ashen, I'm not someone who likes to fight a trend personally, so I would agree with you on that one. But you do you, boo boo.
But good point Ashton's making. Like I wouldn't have shorted it unless I got my confirmation, and that was going to be pretty much a 15-minute candle, you know. And that would have only been a short, a quick short. Here it goes. It's going to go long now. I wonder how much it can push. I'll look at volume and track it. Maybe I'll go long for grins, for shits and gigs.
Oh man, I think this chart is super valid to hold to 21,660. You know what? I might just shut up because I'm letting the. This is one of these situations where it's like, I don't want to trade the chart, or do I want to let the dollar amount start to affect me and how I manage this? Because I'm like, if I go flat right now, I'm like, oh, I went from being down 500 on the day to being up 600-700 on the day, which is a nice recovery. But I would rather let the chart play out and see where we can get, I think. Will I regret that is the question. ES still having a little trouble with its OP. And Q got close to new highs on the day, but didn't give us that snap, crackle, pop we were hoping for. Scrooge is saying take it. Oh, decisions, Scrooge, decisions, Scrooge. I'm giving it a little room. I'm not taking it yet. I just added into it. I want to pop to new highs at the very least. At that point, I'll probably start either trailing stops in profit or scaling out a little bit. The pressure is stressing me out. Stressing me out too, Scrooge. I just don't want to see one of these big like FU candles where it just fails harsh and quick. All right, Scrooge, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna manage a little risk here. Since we're in with 8 cons, which is pretty good size, we're gonna tighten the stop on 4 of the cons here. A little under the level, basically break even. That way, and we'll even tighten this up here. We got the OP, got that spike into it. All right, so we're at least reducing the risk. Scrooge, so you're like, recover the day at least. This is funny because we've talked about, and I think you've read the book. I think you've commented on it. But Tom Hugard talks about this situation specifically in trading. When you go, when you're in drawdown on the day and you're like sitting in that pain of being in drawdown, and then you trade and you get back to like break even or small profits, the natural urge and desire to want to just instantly lock it up because you've like relieved the pain of being in drawdown. And he talked about, he's like, but I'm not here to just get back to break even. I'm here when I'm trading and I'm trying to make as much money as I can. So that's kind of what's echoing in my head right now, is like I'm actually in good profits if I go flat. It wouldn't be an absolutely stupid thing to do by any means, because I'd be up nice on the day. But I just don't want to make the decision for the wrong reason, I guess is what I'm saying. Yeah, just based off my system, 21,660 is a super logical place for us to go right now. So I want to try to give it the opportunity to do so. And if ES can consolidate around its opening print without failing it, if we can kind of consolidate here, I think eventually we'll get a pop to new highs on the day. Like, I think a harsh failure is possible, like a harsher rejection of the opening print. NQ starts to fail its intraday high. I think that's all possible, but I'm gonna let her work. Although I do feel kind of naked without Thinkorswim, I'll be honest with you. These computer issues driving me nuts today. RTY's looking like she may want to pop to new highs. Hello. I'm streaming for another 25 minutes. All right. Bye-bye.
Gold popped.
Gold pop,
Wow.
new all-time highs?
Yes. Crazy.
All right. We got this little 5-minute wick down. RTY looks like she wants to do the damn thing. Now let's go. ES at NQ. Let's join her. And let's do the damn thing, huh?
Okay, gold. What did our government go tweet now?
Oh, baby, she's popping.
Oh, yeah, you caught me at an ugly moment.
Oh, no, you're good. Sorry. I just figured I'd check out the pop to new all-time highs.
Oh, no, it's cool.
This moment in history.
Well,
Screw
the second time it popped
looking to short it or not.
It popped it during the London market as well.
Oh, okay.
That was a new one right here.
Yeah.
So it basically held that for, like 6 hours. And here it goes again. But none of this is in my wheelhouse for trading. This one is. I could have gone long after that candle, but I just don't believe in this here. I have a nice intraday trend coming up, and it's too far away from that trend for me to join it. I would have waited for it. Like, so right here, I wanted to see it come back and bounce off that,
Mm-hmm.
And I would have taken the trade on that line. I would have gone long if it would have come back down for me. And if it broke down one little tidbit, I would have exited the trade. So just for my style of trading,
Gold
I
is
call that somebody else's win.
Pamping.
I'm sure Ismail's over there in South Africa right now, making himself rich trading gold long.
All right, now NQ, let's make Tyler rich by also popping this long daddy.
Yes, Scrooge, I'm going to go heavy on a gold short when I think it's turning around. When gold hits an all-time high like this, late in London, mid New York, it will a lot of times start losing volume like a normal day. And because of that, a lot of people will jump into it and the retail traders will start pushing it down. I'd paper cut myself too much if I was trying to short it right now, but I don't need a lot of confirmation to go short. But based on the extension that it is, gold is so overextended, and that's why I was seriously wondering. I was going to go to the newswire to see if they were saying anything. Do you have anything up, Tyler, like Twitter or?
Yeah, I do have Twitter up. Let me see. Trendy. Where's
Did they announce that they're going to change the color of the USD or put a man on Jupiter?
It doesn't look like anything trending that's unique.
My tactics.
Oh, MicroStrategy has earnings today. That should be interesting.
Which one?
MicroStrategy, which is Michael Saylor. He's
okay.
I think he's basically hedged the company's future on Bitcoin. Like I think they're one of the largest holders of Bitcoin. They just buy Bitcoin every day. All right, baby. Come on. I like this 5 minute. She wants it. Give it to me.
So, Scrooge, my method for preventing the paper cuts is if I'm something like what I'm looking at now on gold, which would be to short it after its little false breakout, I think. I would go in because I would only be entering such a trade on an account that was in drawdown. Because how I look at it is an opportunity to get out of drawdown. But because I'm not waiting on a confirmation candle, I would not use True Capital. I would definitely try to target one of my evaluation accounts like I'm doing now. By the way, I am shorting gold at the moment. And the prevention of paper cuts is to keep a really tight stop loss. So my stop loss on the current short is the current high of the day, which is very close to my entry point.
Don't do it. Don't do it. She's going to do it. No, don't do it. No, don't do it.
Come on, talk it down. Talk it. You talking it off its ledge?
Hold 5 minute. Hold the line. Hold the line. Not liking this. I'm not liking this.
Super Bowl is this weekend.
You're rooting for Philly, right?
That's right. For
Philly guy?
like 10 years now.
Oh, she's playing with us, Ashton. I don't like this ES opening print rejection again. Come on. I really don't want to get stopped on these 4 before a pop to new highs. I'm hearing a lot about being rigged the Super Bowl. Yeah, there's been a lot of chatter about that recently. I just think that it would be hard to fully rig it personally. Yeah, Ashton, I was thinking about taking all my stops and just go and break even with them instead of how I have it currently structured. I think I'm going to. Oh man, I know this wick is still so valid, but $200. I don't know. All right, baby, hold the line. Now let's go. Flip it and reverse it. Okay, baby, come on. Come to daddy. We need like a pump up track, gang. That's like our go-to stream song when we need a pop in the market.
What would that be?
I don't know. We gotta find a good song we all in. Maybe I believe in a thing called love. We've talked about that song before. Do you like that, Jam?
Heck yeah.
How's it going?
Why did I forget their name?
Don't stop. That's a good one. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. All right, the 5 minutes still battling.
The darkness.
The dark, yeah, that's it. That's it. Scrooge, yeah, he was talking about I believe in a thing called love. There it is, baby.
Don't want to get any copyright anger here, so no more than 8 seconds. That's a pretty cool song.
Yeah, well, we're gonna veto that song real quick if this trade doesn't work. I don't like this. I don't like green eggs and ham. I like green candles.
You can tell Tyler has children. Probably has that book on the shelf.
You're out, Ashton. Oh man, I just above this level and above the opening print, it's still valid to me. You know, we are just consolidating here. It would be a bummer to get stopped out, but I have to accept the decision that I have made. I don't hate how ES is consolidating under the opening print. Like, I think it will give us a break. I mean, it could obviously fail, but I think consolidation, a little sideways action underneath it before the pop is okay.
Is nobody short on gold with me?
Are you printing? Are you making money?
Yeah, it's a problem. Pennies on the dollar.
Not like I'm about to make on this NQ pop. Let's go, baby.
Here comes gold. Do it. Go to that trend line.
Yeah. When he starts singing, I love that. So good. I feel like I don't know the lyrics good. I just like make up gibberish, but I love the way it rolls off his tongue. Come on, baby. Give me the snap, crackle, pop, or rooski.
Check out gold, man.
Pop over this intraday high. I'm probably going to take 3 of my 8 off. I'd really like to hold it to 21,660, but I don't know. In case we pop highs and fail. All right, we just got over this current 5-minute swing high. We just have the news wick now. We got to take out that news wick.
Huh? Tyler?
I mean, like we have this wick from we had the news at 10 that gave us this high, intraday high on NQ.
Okay.
I think we'll sweep that high. It's just a matter of then do we fail that again, or do we continue higher from there?
Gotcha.
Come on, give it to me, baby. Touching you, touching me.
You can get high pitched.
Oh, come on. Jump to it to me. We have 10 minutes, Nasdaddy, left on the stream. Pop to new highs. Please. I'm asking nicely. I don't like that 5-minute close. I mean, the 15 minutes still looks good. It's not like it's not necessarily a trend bar in the 15-minute because we have the big wick. So I mean, you could kind of call it a trend bar, but it's a trend bar would more open down here, and but a bit of a 15-minute 3-bar play that triggered where we have the you could call it a trend bar, but with the wick, and then you got the inside bar near the highs, and then we just popped that high area. So
right.
The 15-minute looks like higher to me, for sure.
Gold breaking down nice on my short. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Here, you want to show it?
Yeah, you can show it. Yeah, Scrooge, I've tried to announce it.
Don't call this man a sniper, but that looks like a sniper to me, baby.
Yeah, we're going to see what its performance does. When it goes to that trend line, I'll have to start peeling back. Let it do I don't think, here's what it's going to do. It's going to bounce up. I'm going to take out some profit here. I'm going to take 1.5 lot sizes off.
Nice.
Let it do its best. Matter of fact, you know what I'll do? I will actually get completely out. I don't know why it's not letting me out. How many positions was I in on? Okay. Yeah, wow. It's a trick of catching it at its lowest. I'm out.
Nice. You're
Why
flat
is
or are you down to runners?
All right, get that out. I'm flat. I'm not going to run it. The runner would get eaten up. It's going to pull back and then go down, you know?
Yeah.
So
All right.
I would look at it to do this. I don't know when it's going to turn around to go back up, but my entry point is going to be on the backside of that trend line to
You'd look to
continue
enter
down.
another short.
Yeah. So that way, if it breaks up past it again, I'm not going to worry about it. I won't take it long or short. I want it to come back down through that because I want to start establishing an intraday downtrend like that. But I don't have a point B yet where to put this. So I need him to come back up, establish me a point B. Hypothetically, you know, it's going to be somewhere. But so I don't have a point B for this downtrend. I need that. So I want him to wiggle back up, give me a point B, come back through this old downtrend, at which point I will then delete. I will delete this
I see
guy.
what you're
Like,
saying. I see
yeah,
what you're
this
saying.
guy's voice. Yeah, you kind of get that. So those are some of the trades that I learned from old Uncle Mike.
Oh, Uncle Mike. Let's go, baby. Well,
So
good stuff.
thank
Nice
you.
trade. Great short. That's a sniper entry. NQ is looking like she's gonna give us a new high here. We're right at the intraday high. Pop like 20 more points for me. Pop over this high strong. I give it a nice pop, pop, pop. I have my finger on the trigger to sell 3 of my 8. There it is, baby. There it is, baby. You love it when a plan plays out. Boom.
Yeah.
There she is, baby. All right, there's a trim. We took 3 off. Woo. All right, we're locked at $675 profit on the day, and we got another 600 floating.
Nice.
Yee. Buddy. All right, so I'm
Good deal, man.
gonna put my stop underneath this little swing low. Gonna try to hold the rest of this to 660. Matter of fact, we're gonna put in a limit sell order. We don't want to be a dick for a tick, so we're gonna go 57. That's what we wanted to see. I believe in a thing called love. That's definitely our pop-up song, Brian.
Yeah.
All we needed was a little what's the band's name? Oh,
You
by
need
the way,
something for the bad days too.
peep the diamond hands sweatshirt. The homies at Stock Streetwear Official on Instagram, they hook me up with some merch sometimes. This diamond hands sweatshirt's pretty sweet. I love it. Got the diamonds on the sleeve. Let's
Nice.
go. I believe in a thing called love. It comes from having diamond hands.
For anyone who hasn't seen it, Tyler, I don't know if it's a TikTok or a YouTube short. You have something out there of a lot of cash sitting behind you.
Oh,
The
yeah.
catchphrase is something about, is it a stop loss or?
It's like 1 week of trading without a stop loss, and then it's like I think it's like maybe 1 day trading without a stop loss, and then it's 1 month trading without a stop loss, and it's like 3 months trading without a stop loss.
Yes. You're all blinged out. You got your
Yeah,
cash.
So all my I'm not sure where you saw it, Brian. All of my content's on Instagram because that's just where I'm the most active. So I know it's up there. Here, I'll find the link. I'll put it in the chat for anybody who wants to watch it.
Thank you, Ashton. Yeah, that last short I did exactly how I wanted it to go. I performed relative to what I was guessing at, basically. I did a rejection candle on the creating its new all-time high. I went very heavy, like I said, and I went on a I only did it on an eval that was in drawdown, my 100K, one of my 100Ks, and it was a $5,400 gain. It brought it out of drawdown.
Good
by
stuff.
1,500.
Good stuff.
But again, that's not. If you're gonna put more risk out there, I think part of the risk factor you have to calculate is: am I doing this on the correct account? Am I doing this at the correct amount?
Yeah, for sure.
The only account I would have taken that short and taken it heavy is the one I took it on. And remember, my stop loss, I would have lost about $300 to $500 on a 100K account with my stop loss that tight. So I was going for 5K with about a $500 stop loss.
That's a great risk reward right there.
Yeah. And again, it was like when I took that 200K out of drawdown several weeks ago. It's the same setup. So I did the same thing on that day. Play the film back. I did it on here too, I believe. So, but at that time, that account was $1,000 from losing it. I think it did come out of drawdown, but it certainly gave me a ton of money on that challenge. Hey, yeah, there's Tyler's link. Hilarious.
If you want to check out the reel that Brian's talking about. But that's my Instagram. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me there. All right. Well, I don't love the immediate 5-minute erasal of that pop to new highs. I did think there was a possibility of that happening, or we sweep that news high, then fail it. I'm hoping that that ES is just coming back to retest its opening print, and we can kind of put in a little bit of a 5-minute 3-bar play that continues higher. I'm gonna be done for the day on this account. I have my stop where it's at under this 5-minute swing low here. So if I get stopped out, I will end up green $650 on the day.
Nice.
If the trade continues to work in my favor, we'll have a much nicer day. We'll have a $1,200 or $1,500 day. But we'll see what happens. I'm just going to let this one play out with my orders as is. And we will be back streaming on Friday. Today, Brian, great job, man. You were super patient, didn't take a trade the whole stream, and then sniped a buzzer beater, sniping the top of the gold all-time highs. So that's good stuff. And yeah, I think it was a solid stream, boys. No giveaways today, but we'll see what happens. See what happens moving forward. Last reminder: FunderPro Futures extended no activation fee promo through February 9th. This is a great promo. It's better than any discount you would get off of the account prices themselves. The account prices themselves are already really affordable. You can copy trade up to 5 accounts. So you could get 5 200K accounts. If you pass them all, you can trade with $1 million worth of capital, and you have no activation fees. So if you got 5 accounts to copy trade and you pass 5 accounts, you're going to save yourself, $600, $700 in activation fees across all 5 of them. And so make sure you guys take advantage of that before that deal is gone. And we will see you guys on Friday.
Yeah, good job, Scrooge. Stay in your short, Scrooge.
Yeah.
He's in a short right now.
Yeah, ES back under the OP. Doesn't look great. Probably just going to call it a day for me. But yeah, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you on Friday.